So if you are familiar with the internet, like we all are, if you keep track of all things knife related, if you're up with knife news, you might have seen that this knife has been dropping towards the end of this year. It has caused a little bit of hoopla because people don't understand how sprints work. This is a Spyderco sprint. I'm being very protective of it because I forgot to take off my address and all that stuff, and I don't want people getting that. So that's why I'm holding it to my chest. Keep it close to my chest. This is a Spyderco. I got this from Knives Ship Free, and that's a cool sticker. I like that sticker. I've never seen that before. Let's get some junk out of the way. So yeah, we got a Spyderco to look at. Knives Ship Free. I just can't get over how cool this sticker is. That's just neat. It's like NASA themed, you know? Nice. Anyway, without any more rambling, let's just open it up. Here it is. This is the Spyderco Manix 2. Let's get this all out of the way. This is a Spyderco Manix 2. Now, this is a sprint run Manix 2. And what is special about this knife is that it is made in 15V, which hasn't been done by Spyderco before. So they decided to make a sprint of it. What's also cool about it is it was co-designed by, or I don't know if co-designed, I think I know what I'm about to say. Again, this is all in real time. Who knows if I'm right? I should be right. I think I'm right. 15V is a blade steel that was I guess designed, or the metallurgy was like refined by Shawn Houston. So he partnered with Spyderco to design this knife, and this is the first ever Spyderco in 15V. Again, I might have just butchered that. Oopsies if I did, but I think I got that right. But yeah, it has a brown handle, G10, which is cool. Before we open it, let's just look at this logo. The triple B, that's Shawn's logo insignia type of branding, which is really cool. And actually, before I even open it, I saw this on another post. Someone posted in the Millie PM2 Para 3 Club. It says, where does it say? I mean, it gives you a ton of like information about it, and it even tells you about Shawn Houston. So here, let me just read that instead. Spyderco's limited edition sprint runs featuring this exotic high-performance blade steel will focus on selected American-made models. In addition to showcasing CPM 15V blade steel, all knives in this elite family knives, more than one will probably come out in this config, with 15V, probably brown handles. That's exciting. We'll probably get a PM2, probably a Para 3, maybe a Shaman in 15V. Probably it's this configuration, this handle style. Well, that's exciting. Who doesn't like that? Yeah, because it's family, and it's again all of the American models. So sorry, Stage 5 and Delica people. Stage 5 would be dope. But it goes on to say, all these knives in this elite family will be further enhanced by a specialized heat treating protocol developed by acclaimed custom knife maker Shawn Houston. That's what I was trying to say. It's the heat treat protocol. This painstaking process takes full advantage of the extraordinary properties of the steel and to yield blades capable of extreme sharpness, unparalleled edge and unparalleled edge retention. To further distinguish these elite knives, they will all feature brown. Yeah, so like I was saying, they will all have brown G10 scales and Shawn Houston's Triple B logo lasered engraved on the reverse side of the blade. That's awesome. That's so cool. So yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I should have just waited. look, life lesson, read the instructions and you'll know what's going on. But as we get into this knife, I've never owned a Manix 2. Wow, that was awesome. I've never owned a Manix 2, so this is my first one. Wow, this is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, this is a really cool knife. Just like the Manix itself, like that's just neat. It has a stonewash blade, so like as opposed to like pretty much all of Spyderco's either come in DLC or like a belt satin. This one comes in stonewash, which is cool. I think it complements the brown scales really well. But man, that action was great coming out of there. So let's talk about the differences, because I think a lot of people don't understand the differences between sprint runs and exclusives, right? So this Manix 2 is a sprint run. This is the first sprint run I've ever purchased, I've ever partook in, which is fun. And what a sprint run is essentially Spyderco will have a knife like this, and they will have more 15V family triple B knives, and they will have a finite number of them, right? So they might make, let's say, 5,000 in total, and they will ship them out to any distributor that like puts in an order. And the distributors can put in, so distributors as in like Blade HQ, Knife Joy, Cutlery Shop, Fred and Lock, River's Edge Cutlery, any of them can order. They could order 5,000, but Spyderco will send them however many they want to send them, and that's all that they make. So it's kind of like a sprint, or it's kind of like an exclusive, but it's just everyone has access and you don't know what you're going to get, and you better act quickly. And I think that's why you see a lot of people freaking out right now on the internet of like, oh my gosh, these keep dropping at random times from different dealers and they keep missing them and they sell out almost instantly. Because at first with sprint runs, Spyderco will send out five to each dealer that wants to sell this knife. And that could be for like them to check it out, them to make content on it potentially, whatever. And they can choose to do a 5 knife drop whenever they want, or a lot of them will hold on to them and add those into their total number whenever they get the full shipment, because they'll send the first 5 out, and then Spyderco, whenever they want to, will send the rest. And I think we've actually seen that. Probably by the time you're watching this video, this knife might have already dropped in their full numbers at retailers, probably. But that's what a sprint run essentially is. Now, again, the differences between sprint and exclusive. So I have this Cutlery Shop PM2 and CTS XHP with orange scales, and it's a Warncliffe. This is a knife that is exclusive to Cutlery Shop, right? They have the rights to that knife, like as far as not the rights to the knife, but the design, the handle color. You get to kind of pick. It's kind of like a build a bear workshop with Spyderco and dealers. They can pick a model. They're like, hey, I want to do this model with this type of scale. It could be G10, it could be carbon fiber, it could be whatever. And I want to do this type of blade and this type of finish, right? So like you even, hold on. So we even have Blade HQ's Tonto PM2. So Blade HQ was like, hey, we want to do a PM2 with a Tonto blade. And Spyderco was like, sure, we'll do it. And they did it. And you're not going to see, any other dealer do this. Same with like Cutlery Shop. So you have, a Warncliffe, Tonto, and then like even with Knife Joy, if we can squeeze another one in here, Knife Joy has, this Delica 4, it's a Warncliffe and 20 CV. And, you have like the K390 Delicas and Enduras and all that, but Knife Joy has 20 CV with this scale color. So those are the differences. Like, you can't find, you can find knives, the Delica similar to this in a different blade steel and a different handle color, but you're not going to find a 20 CV Delica in this configuration at Cutlery Shop. Does that make sense? So that's the differences between sprints and exclusives. I think it's really cool. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see with the 15Vs, just like what happens with them. Like as far as like, again, we're gonna assume a PM2 gets made, right? You kind of have to assume that at this point, but you can't forget about things like little natives or native chiefs. I think this is a really cool, exciting venture for Spyderco. Congratulations to Shawn. He's a very brilliant man. I've never met him, but it just sounds like he's a brilliant man to figure this out. What I know about 15V is that it can corrode a little bit easier. So I already bought some, I believe it's called Gunny Magic from Gunny Glide, or Scott Gunn. It creates this lubricant for knives and pivots and stuff like that. He has this, I was talking to my friend Jason, he said, get Gunny Magic, just do a thin layer. It will protect it from rusting, because I'm worried about rust with 15V. That's my big shtick here in Georgia in the summertime. Get that pocket juice, pocket sweat. So that's all I'm worried about with this knife. I think it's really cool. I really like the Manix. I think the Manix 2 is a great knife. Just my initial impressions, very fidgetable. It's got that Axis style lock to it. But right out the box, this thing has really great action. Opens and closes really well. What I'm thinking about doing, because I've seen some people do this on the internet, and I think they look awesome, is getting some Applied Weapons Tech scales. I saw some people do that with the River's Edge Cutlery Manix 2 exclusive, and they got green scales to replace their green G10 ones, and I think it's an upgrade. So I'm gonna see if I can find some brown, FDE earth brown scales potentially. Might do a scale swap, who knows? But yeah, y'all, this is the Manix 2 and 15V. Let me know if you got one. Let me know if you missed out on one. Let me know what you think. I think this is a really cool knife. Really excited to give it some pocket time here over the next few weeks. Honestly, it's mine. Let's carry it whenever I want. But yeah, very excited about it. So that was fun. So I hope y'all are having a great day or night wherever you are. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one.